It's SuperMassive finding picks. The TP from Juuzou comes in. Fgg is trying to get away, but this is a Rell without her horse. TP follow-up. Everyone alive. TynX still in. Oh, finally the Rupture comes through and picks up the kill, but Dany is on the chase. Double man Cyclone here from Haru, and he dips out immediately. The Cho'Gath is cleaned out, and bobista looking for a fight. Serin pushed away by the Chaos Storm. Another crash down, and the CC comes through. HolyPhoenix, massive Feather Storm with the dagger call is gonna do insane damage, but overall, the wallet is just a little bit too painful.
The Cho'Gath, he's going to be a huge frontline, while the Scion was supposed to be an initiator. The Cho'Gath really isn't that, but he's great as follow-up engage. And what does SuperMassive have in the support position this time around? It's the Nautilus. Way easier to execute, way harder to pin down. The Cho'Gath. Exactly.
Not convincingly last game already. Let's see if they can come back in the mid game, if they don't even fall behind. Who knows? These guys seem to be ramping over the course of the series. One way or another, this is it. We're onto the Rift, and this is match point for both teams. It's a little bit of a Thunderdome with Dany on the Zeri and HolyPhoenix on the Xayah, and we'll see who comes out alive. Let's kick this one off into overdrive. Carry. Wouldn't that be something? The man that has, at least in theory, been underperforming the whole tournament so far. He's almost written off a little bit by at least our analyst desk, for example. And Juuzou, the man who has been dominating in the top lane, now under fire as TynX is rolling in. It's still a Cho'Gath, he still has the flash, he just needs to get out, flashes away from the body slam, and here comes Haru, double knockup, secures a few more seconds, the Wukong is in, bobista not looking too healthy, they're going for some damage, but Juuzou is just going down, gets shot in the face, and that is a little bit of plunder and booty for bobista.
SuperMassive shouldn't have been on in the first place. Juuzou loses the trade against bobista because his wave state is not ideal, I would say, in any way, shape, or form, and TynX just takes advantage of that. That's a huge win for the Czech squad.
Haru in a not great position. Oh,
wow.
So much burst! I'm not sure if he had a clone, but he had a flash, and he just gets taken. For bobista? This is gonna be disgusting. And of course, that means Haru needs to hover more around top lane. This Gangplank is 2 levels up. If they don't equalize this lane sometime soon, bobista's just gonna run away with the game.
And this is such a big wave, which makes sure that bobista cannot be ganked, but they're still going for it.
Oh, there's the knockup, there's the damage, but the return still looking pretty good. No flash, no summoners on bobista, but he's still looking for the fight. Dodges the knockup, still has another W. Get some oranges on this man's blade, because he is winning a 2v1.
I told you, you couldn't have done that. SuperMassive goes for the 2v1. Did you see the size of that wave? Gangplank, he had the remove scurvy throughout. He was ready to heal whenever he needed it most. But look at the bot lane.
Oh, return damage. Crashdown shield is in, but he's burning. Farfetch dropping low. A return kill. SuperMassive with a solid answer on the bot lane.
On any side of the map.
And already, Haru working his way into the river. The vision line gets pushed back. Nice sweeper work here from him. Sees the blue buff is up, and eSuba, they have to react to the pressure that SuperMassive is once again putting on this bot wave. They are on the turret, and Fgg all by himself underneath gets dove, and the damage is in, but the lightning crash comes through, solid damage on Farfetch, and down goes the Nautilus. Dany gets traded with a beautiful Feather Storm, but it's a 2-for-1, and here comes Warszi, double burst, and boom! Double kill for eSuba. Serin can only watch. But the dragon is picked up. That's the first one of the game in the bags of eSuba, including that first herald. That's a pretty good spot to be in for the early. And Serin just gets absolutely wombo-comboed. Oh my god.
Better off using your side lanes in. I guess that's what Juuzou is trying to do.
Can we... after the dive for the moment, it's going to be the Gangplank. It's going to be a massive shutdown for HolyPhoenix. Super important pickup for Massive. There's the cast, there's the knockback, the Feather Storm coming through. HolyPhoenix trying to maneuver himself out. There's a blast cone. He can't use it. He just gets killed off. And the chase on HolyPhoenix is on.
Towards your normal lane assignments at this point in the game. And so SuperMassive were ready and armed to actually deal with that. Great dive. Still, it's not like eSuba are too unhappy about it. Yes, HolyPhoenix got a few more resources, but it's still a Xayah against that comp. What is HolyPhoenix gonna do on his own at this point? And the answer is, well, not much.
Well, they can do a little bit more now with the Gale Force picked up. Divine Syndra and the Sunfire coming through as well. Got a little bit there. Oh, massive 3-man Magnet Storm. Follow up from Warszi. The Chaos is in. The Death Race as well. And Dany just goes hard, picks up Haru. And in the 1v1 of the ADCs, it's the Xayah actually that has the upper leg. Juuzou is gonna be cleaned up in just a second. Another crash down is gonna come through. And that is gonna be it. The ace for eSuba. Form on that one. This time around, like a young god, he's going into the team fights, but this time around, it's SuperMassive finding picks. The TP from Juuzou comes in. Fgg is trying to get away, but this is a Rell without her horse. TP follow-up, everyone alive. TynX still in. Oh, finally, the Rupture comes through and picks up the kill, but Dany is on the chase. Double-man Cyclone here from Haru, and he dips out immediately. The Cho'Gath is cleaned out, and bobista looking for a fight. Serin pushed away by the Chaos Storm. Another crash down, and the CC comes through. HolyPhoenix, massive Feather Storm with the Dagger Call is gonna do insane damage, but overall, the wallet is just a little bit too painful as eSuba clean up another team fight. But good lord!
But most of them,
yeah.
Which means that the bench is always going to have value, even without the MR, so it's still a good purchase, since Serin's damage is the least of his worries at this point.
Exactly, and once again, Farfetch going for an engage as he knock up onto Dany, the follow-up by Haru, nice Cyclone, the damage is through, and they take out the Zeri immediately. Featherstorm coming through, Dagger Call coming in as well from HolyPhoenix, they do some massive damage, but now the cavalry has arrived. eSuba is here to clean house. Magnet Storm is on cool minutes. So unless we find some random fights, it's gonna be a little bit of a chill sieging situation. Farfetch still found Dany. That's a little bit far forward for the Zeri, and the damage is good. The Blade Caller is in, and HolyPhoenix picks up the kill together with Serin, and this is exactly what SuperMassive needs.
SuperMassive are still very afraid of walking in the river, and eSuba know that, but TynX is trying to cut off the wave, I guess.
It's a very, very dangerous position. Farfetch going in once again, finds this time Warszi, but the Chaos Storm on the turnaround. There goes Haru, 3-man Cyclone, and he has to back out, run away immediately, and now it is on eSuba to run them all down. There's the lightning crash, and looking for the first pick. Down goes Juuzou, and with that they have a free go at Baron.
And even though they're taking great strides to make that work at this point, it's another Baron buff. It's more gold, more EXP, and it's HolyPhoenix alone.
Oh no. Where did the Xayah go? Did you see? I didn't.
He had zero. The Gragas had 0 kills, and he still did that to the Xayah. And people say 83 is broken.
I mean, his fault for picking ADC in the first place, right? One way or another, eSuba are knocking at the door. They've not made it to play-ins, through play-ins, in 3 years, and this is where it all comes to an end. This streak might end right here as Juuzou is getting chunked out. The engage comes in from Farfetch. Solid burst damage here onto Dany. The Xayah is in with damage, and down goes the Zeri. Sorry, there was no Xayah, but the Zeri definitely in the EMEA Masters for so long. One of the most consistent teams in terms of getting to the play-ins.
Yep.
And now they might finally make it out. They're on the road to victory still, but SuperMassive are fighting back to the nail. And now Farfetch once again goes in for the engage. The Cannon Barrage is on in though. The burst damage is good, but Farfetch is dead in eSuba. They're looking for the re-engage. Juuzou gets slowed up and everyone is just collapsing on in. Like a locust, they try to feast, but Serin still has a word to say about it. Here comes Fgg! Massive Magnet Storm, and they are gonna clean house. If it wasn't for HolyPhoenix trying to turn it around, the Feather Storm doesn't go through because bobista puts a bullet through his head. It is an ace for eSuba. They are gonna crack the base, and after a 3-year drought, the Nexus is gonna fall and the sun is gonna rise on a new era for eSuba as the Czechs are back in the main stage of the EMEA Masters.
Not only is this a great sight to see for eSuba,